What's going on, Automation Nation? This is Justin Morgan here of the Automation Mastery Podcast, here to help you automate your business so you can master your destiny and master your impact. And so here I am bringing you along on the journey. And today, I want to talk about the recipe to save the world. See, in my last episode, I discussed how, as a kid, I was just like that. You could find me at any point in time. I was the only child, so I was by myself. Right, had no siblings. Had a couple friends. Big nerd, and so I'd run around the house, kicking and punching and making sound effects. And of course, I'm probably driving my mother nuts, but I love her to death for the fact that they, and at no point in time, ridiculed me for me playing pretend hero. Okay. And so again, from a young age, I knew that I wanted to save the world. I knew I wanted to make a change. I wanted to make a big difference. And, as I grew up, one of the big things though was, again, I knew I wanted to change the world. I knew I wanted to be known for doing it. And I knew that I just wanted the suffering of the world to end. I just, unfortunately, did not know how to make it happen. So, long story short, as I said before, I became a motivational speaker and then joined with this crew called the Peak Performers Institute. Now, these guys are some characters, good characters, interesting characters, knowledgeable characters, but characters all together. Anyway, I ended up working with them, and that whole journey is a whole other hour-long story I'll save for another day. But today, again, I just want to talk about how I figured out the recipe to changing the world. Again, at this point, I didn't know how I wanted to change the world before I had met them and had a chance to work for them, and then I moved working into with them. Right. And so this group, if you've never heard of them before, they specialize in working with African-American entrepreneurs, speakers, coaches, authors, and trainers. That was their focus. Okay. And so, I felt it was a great opportunity to learn and just kind of be under them. But what I realized when I really looked at it was they go out of their way to train and empower all these speakers and coaches. And then I started to work with them and I started to learn what they learned, and I started to conduct some of the training that they were doing. So I had a chance to start working with those entrepreneurs and those speakers and those coaches. And what was amazing is I'd listen to their stories, and their stories sounded so much like mine, right? Their stories were, I went through something of tragedy. I want to make sure that these people don't suffer through this again. Their story was, I don't want people to be harassed. I don't want people to live in fear. I don't want people to live in lack. I want people to live in a life and their brilliance, right? And that was how I felt about the impact I wanted to make. And the more I'd worked with them, the more I realized that my cape, right, the hero suit, the spandex, right, that I needed to wear, it wasn't one of a motivational speaker. It was one that helped entrepreneurs. See, again, the guys that were running this, certainly they had some motivational speeches, but their core focus was training speakers and coaches to automate their business and to run it in a way that would make them revenue. But deeper than that was the fact that they were giving them the tools to make these dreams, these goals, these aspirations. The same people that I sat in some of those trainings and I would see their tears, I would see their frustration, I would see their angst as they had to re-experience some of the tragedy that he went through, but also the passion they had to make sure that no one else went through that thing. And that's why they were sitting with me in that room, is because they wanted to make sure nobody had to feel that same emotion. Nobody had to be in that situation. Nobody had to live the life that they had to go through. They were truly stepping into what it is supposed to be called as a hero. Like they stepped into that hero's mantle. They stepped into that frame. They stepped into that costume or cape or shoes, whatever you want to call it. They made the decision that they were going to save a certain set of people. Now, for me, what I realized is that I can do a lot more by helping these heroes save the world. I don't have to be the one to do it by myself. I don't have to do all the fighting alone. I can help the other heroes go out there and do it this as well. And so that's when I decided that I was going to dedicate myself, before I got here and founded Automation Mastery, I was going to dedicate myself to mastering automation. I'm still on that journey. I'm just here to bring you along with it and teach you what I've learned along the way. But by doing that and then teaching you, the coach, you, the speaker, you, the trainer, how to go out there and then grow your business so you can go out and help more people, I will be doing my job to save the world. And I think that's amazing. That's what I got this week, y'all. I hope y'all took that story. I know it was a bit quicker than yesterday. I'll probably try to keep these under 10 minutes going forward, so that way y'all still have time to go get things done as you should. So follow along. There's more to come on this journey. Again, I'm building this brand from the ground up. So I'll report more of my stories, my trials, my tribulations, and the things that have happened so far. So if you have any other questions, you know how to reach me. I'm Justin M. Official on Facebook, or you can reach us at Automation Mastery on YouTube, or send a message, an email to support@automationmastery.net. As we end everything, make sure you share this with a friend, family member, and a foe, because they need to automate their businesses too. I appreciate you. And as I end every episode, everything I do, treat each day. Remember to treat each day as a building block to a better future. Peace.